What's going on, Tricology family? Welcome back to another episode of the Tricology News Star. This is Mr. Tricology himself, and for today's episode, it is mostly going to be mainstream highlight news, no other topics for today. But we do have a lot of things to discuss and go over. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, our first piece of news is Rings of Power Season 2 to finish shooting without writers or showrunners. So, this is coming from Variety. The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, is the latest marquee TV series to move forward with production amid from the ongoing WGA strike. But the Amazon Prime Video show will be doing so without the services of the executive producers J.D. Payne and Patrick McCain. So that's good for them. But will that impact with some of the showrunners or writers to not be involved? I don't know, but we'll see. Continue on with the story. The Sweepy Fantasy series has 19 days of filming remaining. Sources confirm to Variety that per WGA strike rules, Payne, McCain, and other writers and producers are barred from participating in any writing-based duties during production while the strike continues, including making creative decisions on set. Instead of the show's non-writing executive producers like Lizzie Weber, directors Charlotte Brainstorm, Santa Hammer, and Louise Hopper, and crew overseeing productions on the UK based shoot. Hmm. I would say good luck to everyone on set of the Rings of Power the season 2. So hopefully y'all give us some a good that season 2 while in production. Moving on, is Guardians of the Galaxy the best MCU trilogy? So we're gonna go over the ones that had at least 3 movies based on that certain character. So we have Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, Ant Man, Guardians, and Spider Man. So I would eliminate Ant Man and Thor because I know not many people are a fan of the Ant Man the trilogy, so that's out of the window. Thor, the only best thing that come out of Thor was Thor Ragnarok. That was it. The first Thor was okay. Not many people like the second one, and not many people like the fourth one. So that's out of the window there. Um, Iron Man is a classic there. All the 3 movies was great. Um, Guardians 2 was great. There's no debate there. The Spider-Man trilogy was great as well, and also Captain America was great too. But if you're gonna ask which one is the better trilogy, I would say it has to be between Captain America and Iron Man. That's just my point of view. I mean, no disrespect to Guardians and Spider Man. Well, those are good. Those are great too. But I would have to go with Captain America and Iron Man on that one. So moving on, Spider Man Across the Spider Verse is the longest Hollywood animated feature film ever. So Uh, so Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse runtime is currently at 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's a good number there. But let's look at the all the recent animated films that had like a good long runtime. So looking at Lord of the Rings from 1978, that was 2 hours and 12 minutes. Fantasia was 2 hours and 6 minutes. The Incredibles 2 was 2 hours and 6 minutes. Cars was 1 hour and 57 minutes, and the first Incredibles was 1 hour and 55 minutes. So those are the five animated movies who had a long run time, along with Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. So yeah, I'm still excited for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Like I said before, that's my most anticipated movie of 2023. So can't wait to see that. And moving on, Blade got delayed again as Marvel's problems are continuing. So this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. The writer's strike has taken a bite out of the Blade. Marvel Studios is shutting down pre-production on its vampire thriller starring Mahershala Ali, which was set to begin filming next month in Atlanta. The feature project, which has been paused once before, becomes the first Temple movie impacted by the strike. Cast and crew members have been notified this afternoon. Blade had recently hired True Detective creator Nick Peraza to work on the script, but according to Insider, time simply ran out. The studio will restart production once the strike is over. My God, man, this is crazy. I wonder if it's gonna affect all the Marvel's release dates, because I'm pretty sure that some of the upcoming movies and TV series are going to be delayed. Marvel's Guardians 3 lands the second biggest opening weekend of 2023. So, this says James Gunn's final film for Marvel's fared even better overseas for a global start north of 289.3 million. Elsewhere, blockbuster The Super Mario Bros. Movie finally falls to number two in its fifth weekend. So, they opened at 118.4 million in the U.S. So that's a pretty good numbers there. So let's look at the recent numbers here from the past MCU movies. So let's start off with Ant-Man 2. That started off with 75 million and ended with 622 million. The first Doctor Strange started off with 85 million and ended with 677 million. Spider-Man Far From Home started out at 92 million and ended with 1.13 billion dollars. Spider-Man Homecoming started out with 117 million and ended with 880 million. The first Guardian started off with 94 million and ended with 772 million. Captain America, the Winter Soldier, started off with 95 million and ended with 714 million. And then Thor 2, The Dark World, started off with 85 million and ended with 644 million. Let's see how Guardians 3 does by the end of its theatrical run. Moving on, we got some news on the 2023 NFL regular season schedule. Moving on to 2023/2024. So we got some new changes going into the new schedule season. Is that the NFL will have a Black Friday game for the first time ever. So we're gonna have two games, one on Thanksgiving Day and then one on well, I don't know how many games it's gonna be, but we'll at least have games on Thanksgiving Day and on Black Friday. So that's a good thing to look forward to. Games do not necessarily belong to networks anymore. All games are free agents. So all the TV networks and also I guess Prime Video as well will have the option to pick which upcoming season schedule games that they want to air. So that's kind of new and exciting news. Teams can be on Thursday night football twice. That's good there. Not all teams are guaranteed to have a primetime spot. That's very interesting there. So I'm guessing that maybe at least one team will have a primetime spot according to their NFL schedule. But we'll see how that goes there. But these are very exciting changes coming out of the new NFL schedule. So the looking forward to that this coming April and September. The Mario Brothers movie becomes the fifth all-time animated film. So let's look back at that at the numbers here. Coming in at number 6 is the first Millions, which ended at 1.159 billion. Then Mario comes in at number 5, which is at 1.16 billion. At number 4 is the first Incredibles, which is at 1.243 billion. At 3 is the first Frozen, which is at 1.284 billion. At number 2 is for Frozen 2, which is at 1.453 billion. And then lastly, at number 1 is the live action and animated, as some say, the Lion King, which is at number 1, which at 1.663 billion. So let's see if Mario can go up the rankings. But we'll see how that goes from there. Jonathan Majors has appeared in court this past week. So let's see what the Hollywood Reporter had to say. Majors appeared virtually last Tuesday, shown on television screen in court, wearing a beige dress shirt pictured against a white background. He did not speak other than responding affirmatively to the judge properly. The counts and charges have remained the same, but new complaints language from the district's attorneys indicates the woman also allegedly experienced injuries to the right arm and was pushed to the car by Majors, in addition to the previous reports linked to her right ear and finger. The complaints no longer indicates the reports of a bruising and injury to the neck. During the hearing, and the defense team said they need to review additional materials with Majors. My goodness, man, this is crazy. Like, the man is innocent. I don't know what more you need to know, but this is crazy. Moving on. Nick Cage and Bill Skarsgård will star in the Lord of War sequel. So that's pretty good there. And looking at the first Lord of War, it ended at the box office with 72 million. Critic score gave it a 61%, and then the audience score was an 84%. So let's see how the sequel will fare. Daredevil production shut down as crew refuses to cross the WGA pocket line 2. Oh my God. Now Daredevil becomes another casualty to this? My goodness. So let's read out a tweet that came from a WGA East Twitter account. And it says, WGA members on strike said set up a sunrise picket at Silver Cup East, where they're supposed to be filming Daredevil, um, the TV series, the new jail board again. But members of the Teamster located at 817 and the IATSE locals 829 and 52 are refusing to cross the picket line. Hashtag shut it down. Hashtag sorority forever. Hashtag the WGA strike and hashtag WGA strong and hashtag one you. Man, this is crazy. Moving on. Ryan Reynolds cannot improve any lines in Daredevil 3 while the writer's strike is going on. My goodness, man. This is, like I said, this is crazy. But let's read what Deadline had to say. As for the films going into production soon, Daredevil 3 is up first. Star Ryan Reynolds is known for working as the writers on the film as he produced and stars in either uncredited or, as in the case for Daredevil 2, credited under the current strike rules. While non-writer, director, or producer can make a small adjustments to the script under A through H clause, a writer such as Reynolds would not be allowed to. Man, I hope this doesn't go into a lot of effect on Daredevil 2. I mean, excuse me, Daredevil 3. Moving on, we got some first reactions to the Little Mermaid. Said it's great, but disjoint. So let's read the first tweet. This comes from Jazz Tenkane, and she says, Disney's live action, the Little Mermaid, is magical, emotional, and enchanting. Rob Marshall just directed Disney's best ever live action film. Well, I kind of dispute that because I think that the Beauty and the Beast is the best live action remake. But that's just me. But I'll uh, uh, wait to see the Little Mermaid in theaters and get my thoughts on it. But continue on with the tweet. Lynn Morena and Al McCain, beautiful music shines. Haley Bailey is absolutely extraordinary, and Mr. McCarthy is a badass Ursula. So that's a good tweet there. Let's read another one. This comes from Courtney Howard saying, hashtag The Little Mermaid, charming but incredible spotty. Haley Bailey, John Erskine, Melissa McCarthy, and Harvey Burr put their hearts and souls into a film that cannot escape its animated legacy. Best when it leads to a campy bonkers, yet limits its fantasies elements for no reason. So, um, that's a good response there. So it's saying that the anime is still better than this, but at least they tried to re-image the animated film. But let's read another one. This one comes from Showbiz Simon, and he says, endearing but uneven. Hashtag The Little Mermaid does not deliver the magic of the animated classic, but there is plenty of creative touches from Rob Marshall to float the audience of boats. Haley Bailey and Melissa McCarthy are great. Devin Diggs and Aquafina proved a solid comedian relief. So another high praise for Haley Bailey and Melissa McCarthy, and we finally get some praise from for David Digley, who plays Sebastian, and also Aquafina, who plays the bird. So yeah, another good one there. And let's read another one. This one comes from Kristen. Says hashtag The Little Mermaid is filled with a great performances and Haley Bailey and Melissa McCarthy, but it's mostly paint by numbers remake that isn't as good as the animated masterpiece. So another good one there saying the animated is still better than this, but at least it still tried to recapture the animated movie. And Another one from Jeremy Luster says, "It's real simple. Are you excited for The Little Mermaid? You will like it. It is exactly what you think it is. Are you skeptical or worried about it? That's valid too. It looks weird and disjoint. Bailey is great. Melissa McCarthy rules. The songs work, but it just feels unnecessary." So I like what he said because I said it before that they did change some lyrics to two songs. It was "Kiss the Girl" and "Unfortunate Souls," which they didn't have to do, but solid mixed reactions there. So which I kind of expected it would have to be, but I can't wait to see it in theaters so I can get my thoughts on it and get my comparisons from the animated film and also the live action film. So can't wait for that. Moving on, we got some the Disney World news. I know you can't wait. Been saying, "Oh, Trico, when you gonna give us some new Disney World news?" So finally, we got some new Disney World news going into 2024, and this one says, "No more parks reservations anymore," and also dining plans are going to return soon as well. So let's look at the first highlight. That's regard to the no park reservation no more. This one says, "Removing theme park reservations require a database tickets, starting with the park's visitors on January 9, 2024. Theme park reservations will no longer be required for database tickets." You heard it right. When you get your ticket, you are simply select a start date from January 9, 2024 or later. Complete your purchase, and then you will be set. For reference, database tickets are standard ticket options we offer to guests. For other admissions types, including non-date tickets, theme park reservation may be required to help us continue managing audience and delivering a great experience for everyone. You can check out which admission types require park reservations by visiting DisneyWorld.com theme park reservations before you purchase. So the theme park reservation is still good to go. It's still going to continue until after January 9th, 2024. So I guess they're going to check out, see how it does without the theme park reservations. But if they have to continue it, they're probably going to continue it. But um, I want to say it doesn't sound like good news, but I guess they're going to test it out to see how it goes without the theme park reservations after January 9th. But we'll see there because I know there's going to be a lot of crowds in each park. I know they want to keep it at a certain limit where when it comes to people attending each part, and it depends on the crowd. So I kind of understand where they're going from there. So kind of interesting news there. So let's move on to the next one. This one says, uh, "Good to go days for annual pass holders and cast members." So introducing Good to Go days for annual pass holders and cast members. In 2024, we plan to offer select days on which our annual pass holders and Disney cast members may visit Walt Disney World theme parks without needing a park reservation. Once introduced, we will enroll out these good to go days on an ongoing basis. This will be in addition to the recent updates, which offers pass holders the opportunity to visit the theme parks after 2 p.m. without needing a park reservation, and except on Sundays and Saturdays at Magic Kingdom Park. Good to go days may vary may vary by the park, and past blockout days and captivity limits continue to apply like they do today. Please stay tuned for more details on the good to go days. So that's some good news. Involves to the annual pass holders and cast members. So and I wonder if this happening. In fact, when it comes to the oh my god, what's the word? The park hopper tickets. Like for example, if you got a park hopper ticket and you still have to do the reservation for one park, and then like after 2 p.m., that's when you can visit other parks. So hopefully they give us more the details on that. Moving on to the Disney dining plans news. So, time to eat. Bringing back our fan favorite Disney dining plans. Disney dining plans will be coming back as an option for those staying at the Disney resort hotels who purchase a vacation package with starting on stays beginning January 9, 2024, which will also open for bookings on May 31st. We know our guests and families in particular have missing dining plans will offer guests the convenience of and peace of mind for preparing their meals and snacks. Guests will be able to choose from two popular options: package that includes either a Disney quick service dining plans or the Disney dining plans. Both plans will be a good value for families with younger children with access to many spectacular foods and beverages offers across the Walt Disney World. So that's a good deal there. And here we go to more news as it relates to the Disney Resort or hotel guests. Um, Early theme park entry for all Disney Resort hotel guests and extended evening hours for guests staying at a Disney Deluxe Resort hotels and Disney Deluxe Villages will continue through 2024. Valid theme park admissions and resort ID requires. So that's your news there. And we got some news on the Disney Genie Plus experience, and says we have heard from guests that they would like ways to plan with Disney Genie Plus services and individual lightning lane, such as the day before. Such as before the day of their park visit. And we want you to know that we are working on ways guests that may do this for visits in 2024. Our goal is to give you the opportunity to spend less time planning in the park and more time enjoying your visit with family and friends. While we are not yet able to share the specific details, we are looking forward to sharing more information in a later date. So that's the news from the GD Plus, and moving on to the next one. So going back to the bookies. Bookies for 2024 visits will be open on May 31st, 2023. Visit DisneyWorld.com or speak with your authorized traveler professional to plan. So that's all your news there in regards to your vacation plans to Walt Disney World. So I hope you guys understand the new changes going into 2024. If you guys are planning to go to do your vacation in 2024, but if you guys already have planned your vacation for 2023, you guys are good. So that's all the news there from Walt Disney World. If I hear any more news, I'll keep you guys updated on that as well. So moving on. Will Ferrell's Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx's comedy dog movie Strays has been delayed 2 months. Not bad. It probably and now it's going to release in August. Not bad, but with Universal pushing the rated R comedy, please don't destroy from August 18th to Peacock. Another rated R movie, Strays, featured the voices of Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx, is backfilling that date. Originally, Strays was to open on June 9th, a month from now. The WGA strike is partially the reasons that the Stray movie, originally barred comedy like this, require all the late night TV shows properly it can get. Strange was about to start screening at the press and kick off a journey in the near future. But not bad. Going from June to August. At least it didn't get delayed till like next year. Thank God. But still excited to see that movie. Moving on. The Boys. Are they going to be moved to Netflix? As Amazon to start licensing content from other networks. So this is coming from IndieWire says Amazon Studios will soon license its original shows and movies to their third-party platform. The newly formed Amazon MGM Studios Distribution announced on Monday that they will license out Amazon Originals and continue to license MGM content worldwide, making Amazon Prime Video the first major streamer to enter this edition in a such big way. Will Netflix be the second? After all, no one converts revenue more. So I think the boys will stay on Prime Video. It's not going nowhere because uh, the boys are definitely Prime Video's bread and butter. So yeah, I don't see it going nowhere anytime soon. So that's just me. Moving on. So we got our official runtime for Transformers: The Rise of the Beast, and surprisingly, it's a short runtime. So it ends at 1 hour and 53 minutes, kind of like 3 minutes longer from the Bumblebee movie. So let's look at the numbers here from the past Transformer movies. So the Bumblebee movie was 1 hour and 54 minutes. Transformers Four, the uh no Transformers Five, the last night was 2 hours and 29 minutes. Transformers Four, the Dark of the Moon, was the 2 hours and 34 minutes. Transformers Three, the Rise of the Fallen, was 2 hours and 30 minutes. Transformers the Two, the Age of Extinction. Wait a minute. Age of Extinction was four. The Last Night was five. The Revenge of the Fallen was two, and then Dark Moon was three. But either way, but Age of Extinction was 2 hours and 45 minutes, and then the very first Transformers was 2 hours and 24 minutes. So the longest Transformer movie was Age of Extinction. So I kind of like it that Transformers: the Rise of the Beast is to 2 hours and 57 minutes. So that's how Bumblebee was, and everyone enjoyed the Bumblebee movie. So yeah, I like where they going with there. Moving on, Zack Snyder's blamed the audience for not understanding his DC movies. What? So let's see what Screenway had to say. Snyder believes that most of the negative reviews from Batman v Superman were a result from audience not understanding his multi-layer approach to storytelling. I feel that a lot of people went into the movies for going like, "Oh, it's a superhero brand, right? Let's have fun with it," and we gave them this sort of hardcore dissertation and heavy layer inspired modern martial mythical superhero movie that you really need to pay attention to. That was not cool for them. They were like, "What? No." Okay, here's the thing. The reason we didn't like Batman v Superman, it has nothing to do with the story. It has nothing to do with Zack Snyder's direction. It has to do with the studio at the edit out what they want they put out in the first theatrical version, which was stupid. And then when they re-released the Ultimate Edition, or you like to call it the director's cut, that one was simply better than the one they put out in theaters. That's all we're saying was negative. It has nothing to do with the story. It has nothing to do with Zack Snyder. Okay, That's what we was had our negative feelings toward it too. So nah, it is what it is. So, but I'm excited for James Gunn and see what he can do for the new DC Studios. Hashtag DC Rises. Moving on. Can the Writers Guild make a deal with one studio and not the others? Let's see. The AMPTP is the entertainment industry's official collective bargaining representative. A member from that company includes companies including the major motion picture studios, including Paramount Pictures, Sony Pictures, Universal Pictures, Walt Disney Studios, and Warner Brothers. The principal broadcast television networks includes ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC, and streaming services like Netflix, Apple TV Plus, and Amazon. Currently, cable television networks and other independent films and television production companies. Hmm. Let's see if that's gonna make productions move forward. But we'll see. AMC theaters to start replacing and traditional candies with their own brand of candy. That sounds interesting. Let's read from Adam Ray says, we noticed recently as a result of the pandemic and simply chain storages that came malfunctioning that increased their prices to us is a huge amount. Some candy makers are increasing their costs for wild sale candies as much as the 33% and one-time bump that kind got us thinking very hard about our candy and realizing that we could malfunction a private label brand of candy to a very high quality standards, prices less, especially to our current candy prices, and higher profits emerging. So AMC did put out their signature popcorn selling it in Walmart, so they could do the same thing with their candy prices. So that's just my idea. So I don't know what's their new plan they're gonna do, but we'll see. Beetlejuice 2 names it a fictional release day and Jenny Ortega's character identified. So shortly after being confirmed as the longest registered Tim Burton sequel, Jenny Ortega's Beetlejuice 2 character details reviews as it relates to the original character development on the horror comedy has lasted out for 30 years. Finally gained stream last year, with Michael Keaton and Winona Ryder set to reprise their beloved roles. Early this year saw rumors swirling of Ortega's reuniting with her Wednesday director, which had later confirmed at Warner Brothers CinemaCon 2023 panel through her character details were kept under the wraps. Variety had brought out the word that Warner Brothers is fast tracking development on Beetlejuice 2, with Burton's sequel now slating for a September 6th, 2024 release date, kind of like on Labor Day weekend. In the release day reports that also confirmed that Ortega is confirmed to star in the film as the unnamed daughter to the original character Linda DeTease, previously portrayed by Winona Ryder. So that's a good the details there. So looking forward to that and looking forward to Beetlejuice 2. Moving on, Freaky Friday sequel is coming from Lizzie Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis returning. Disney is going back to the world of Freaky Friday, a sequel that is in the words from the 2023 body swap comedy that starred Lizzie Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. The Hollywood Reporter has confirmed. Lohan and Curtis are expected to reprise their roles as mother and daughter who woke up on one Friday and find themselves have swipe bodies. Elise Harlander is penning to the script to the sequel. So I feel like they're probably going to release this on once they finish through all the production stages. I feel like the sequel probably going to be released on Disney Plus because they need to go put content on Disney Plus. I highly doubt it's probably going to be put in theaters, but we'll see how that goes from there. Moving on, Jamie Foxx's health concerns are conflicting reports emerge. So we got our latest report saying, despite these positive reports, Fox is still hospitalized, and the lack of information and general updates may have led to many to throughout his condition. While some news outlets even provide live updates, one report says that Fox's conditions was dire that he entered the hospital April 12th and know that unnamed sources saying, but he won't be in the hospital this long if anything close is okay. His friends and families are hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst. So, prayers still go out to Jamie Foxx and hope that everything's gonna be all right. Moving on, Disney versus Florida as Bob Iger slammed governor over political retaliation. So this is coming from Variety saying, regarding Florida, I have a few things I want to say about that bill. Iger said, first of all, the case we have filed last month made with our position and the facts are very clear. This is about one thing and one thing only. That is retaliating against us for taking a position about a pending legislation. And we believe that in us taking that position, we are merely exercising our right to free speech. Also, this is not about special privileges or a level of playing field or Disney in any way using its leverage around the state of Florida. So, at least Biker speaks his mind on all of this, saying that we are not about any political stuff. So, hopefully, they can move forward from this. Moving on, Thor confirmed to be the villain in Dave Faraci's Star Wars film. So, speaking with Empire Magazine, David Flynn was asked about whether Grand Admiral Thor is the big bad for the new Republican timeline, to which the director answered, definitely in my eyes. Fletcher went on to describe what makes Thor such an iconic villain, noting that he is not another helmet wearing lightsabers wielding bad guy. The new Republican era goes from the Return of the Jedi's ending to Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Therefore, Flint's answer confirms that Thor is the Mandoverse of the big bad. So that's some exciting news there. It returns the new Star Wars villain. Therefore, Flint's answers confirm that Thor in the Mando's big bad, considering that the Fletcher's the Mandalorian movie is the culmination of the Mandoverse and the New Public era. The director response confirmed that Thor will be the Mandalorian's movie villain. So, kind of interesting news there. Moving on, Hogwarts Legacy is hitting $1 billion in sales and looking to other IPs now. This is coming from game developer says, as highlighted by PC Gamer, Warner Bros. Discovery CEO David Zaslav broke the news during a recent earnings call, said that the title has been sold for 15 million copies since launching in February of 2023. In separate earnings report, Hogwarts Legacy has described as the longest release of all time for Warner Brothers games and the company's best-selling game year to date. So that's that's some good news there. And have y'all bought Hogwarts Legacy yet? Have y'all been playing the game? So let me know there. And Zaslav seems encouraged to replicate the success of Hogwarts Legacy, and in something in a ramble suggests that Warner Brothers might look into some other major properties in a bid to do so. So let's see what other Warner Brothers properties they can use to put into a game that can rival Hogwarts Legacy. As we launch a product on Max or HBO Max, and when we have a game that a game belongs to us. Now that there's this in betweener, it may be the next couple of years that we launch a Superman movie, and there's more economics from people just hanging on the Superman world and universe that copied from Zaslav. So it should be the developing news there. Moving on, Hulu merging Contact into Disney Plus for a one app offering. So this is coming from Variety saying on Disney's earning call on Wednesday, CEO Bob Iger says the company will soon launch a one app experience in the US that incorporates Hulu content into Disney Plus. The new combined offering will launch by the end of 2023, available to customers who subscribe to both streaming services, he says. So, if this will be the end of Hulu, I don't know. While we still continue to offer Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus as standard alone options, this is a larger process to our direct to consumer offering will provide a greater opportunities for advertisers while giving bundled subscribers access to more redundant and streaming content, result in a greater audience engagement and ultimately leading to more on unified streaming services, says Iger. So I have the bundle the bundle content. So let's see how these contents will be combined together by the end of 2023. Venom 3 has a working title that hits the film's villain. So let's read this article here saying Tom Hardy's next adventure with his similar alter ego is being produced under the moniker Onwell. While some fans suspect this is to be in reference to the author George Orwell, known for his penny novels such as the 1984 and Animal Farm, others have pointed out the names of connection to Marvel's comedic comments. Orwell Taylor played a key role in the 1992 comic book series Venom Lethal Protector, whether he swears vengeance against the title anti-hero as the Venom smooths his son Hugo to death. Struggling with grief as he recruits some of his child's grievous army colleagues and outfits them with higher prior army, questioning the group, the jury, and sends them on a mission to bring Eddie Brock down. So that's some pretty interesting details there, and hopefully we get some more news on Venom 3. Superman Legacy starts shooting. Will start shooting sooner than you think. So let's read this the new article here. Gunn has now shared an exciting update on when the movie will start production. During the Wire interview, Gunn revealed that the Superman Legacy will start shooting on January 2024. The director also confirmed that the movie's pre-production has started with a recent report claiming that Superman will not be impacted by the WGA strike, as Gunn delivered the first draft of the script days before the strike has begun, and the movie only begins filming that next year. So that's some good news there. I'm excited for Superman Legacy. Moving on. Supernatural spinoff The Whiskers canceled after one season. Ain't no surprise there. So far, the CW's strongest existing scripted series, All American and Walker, has been renewed for the next season. The three least likely, the Whiskers, Kung Fu, and Walker Independence, has been canceled. The remaining in the limbo are Superman and Lewis and All American Homecoming, which is believed to have their best chance, however small as it be, followed by Gotham Knights. Man, CW needs to die, and they need to put these shows on Max or freaking, I don't know. Put them all on Max. That's all I can say. So, and it is what it is. Moving on. Beetlejuice 2 as Monica Barisi as Beetlejuice bride. Let's read this article here. Monica Barisi has been cast as Beetlejuice 2 as none other than the spouse for the singular wisecrackling ghost Beetlejuice. Announced by the Hollywood Reporter, Barisi will play the wife of Beetlejuice in Tim Burton's sequel to his cult classic 1988 horror comedy. Bridger is a former model known for roles in films such as The Matrix Reload, The Matrix Revolution, and the James Bond entry Spear. Her acting career includes several high-profile European projects. No name has been given for Bridger's character. It is unclear if she has any connections to the other versions of Beetlejuice. So, hopefully we'll get some more cast members be announced for Beetlejuice. So far we have Monica Bishop, we have Michael Keaton, we have Winona Ryder, and Jenny Ortega. So hopefully we get some more news on the cast member and see if any from the original Beetlejuice is going to be returning as well. So hopefully we get some more news there. And then lastly for today, the Spider-Verse sequel to nearly triple opening weekend box office from its original. So let's look at the first one. Its opening weekend was the 35 million, and then ended with a total box office of 384 million. And then the second one is projected a 85 through 105 million for its opening. So it's unknown what the total box is. Total box office is going to be, but we'll see how that goes from there. But but that's all the news I have for you guys today. Let me know in the comments below what are your thoughts and opinions on everything that I discussed today. And also, if you're watching me on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell when new episodes are uploaded. And of course, if you're listening on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or Apple Podcasts, or any other uh, podcast streaming platform, don't forget to follow me there as well. So, without further than that, this is Trico, and I'm signing off, y'all. Peace.